to Outlook Business. I'm your host Shonakshi Chakrabarti, and today we are joined and in conversation with Mr. Ashok Singh Jaunapuria, the MD CEO of SS Group. We will be talking to him about what it is like to be in the real estate market in today's India and how it adds to the India's GDP story. Thank you very much, Mr. Jaunapuria, for speaking with us and giving us your time. Let me begin by asking you the story and the journey of SS Group, and at what point did you think that you wanted to join this company?
Basically, first of all, the company was started by my father, not me. I just joined him. And if we say early 90s, he used to accommodate land and to sell it to big giants like DLF, Unitech, Ansal. But while in 2000, when I thought an idea with my father, we do entire job work, the entire purchase land, which is a tough job. Accommodating land is a tough job. So why can't we become as a developer instead of just selling and accommodating land for others? So he thought it's a big job we can't do. Let's try. So we started with the south end with an low budgeted floors with a starting of 6 lakh rupees in 2000. And from there we became as a developer. Before that, but we are not developers. Now we were developers. And my father was the main brain behind it because he started. So I thought to be a developer, not to be always an accommodation or like a broker doing just land accommodation for others. That was the start of journey of SS Group basically.
So if I was to ask you, at what point did you think that you really wanted to become the entrepreneur and be part of this SS Group? At what point did you decide this for yourself?
Basically, I used to see my father, he used to deal with so many people on different segments like farmers, brokers, associates, even the developers also. So from there I thought yeah, this is a good field, because if you're a kid, what you see, you thought to become the same thing. And it was never been fed to me that you have to become a developer or entrepreneur. But seeing my father and seeing the movement, what he do, how he meets, from there I thought to become an entrepreneur, basically a developer.
Right.
Yeah.
We all know that the real estate market is one thing, but to be a part of the real estate market is another. It is extremely stressful. The pressure runs, it's a high pressure environment all the time, 24/7. So why don't you help us understand what does your daily routine look like? How do you stay motivated to be able to pursue your ambitions and to be able to ace this game in the real estate market in today's time?
Alright, you've asked me two questions basically in one question. Was to ask about my life, and the second, being into real estate, it's just stressful. I'll tell you, no business is stressful. It's a thought process, it's your thinking. And the best part is if you have a good staff, good employees, so you can't get stress easily. So most of them, I've heard, MD is busy, CEO is busy. So I say where MD, CEO is busy, it means he doesn't have a good staff. Because MD, CEO or chairman just leads, not run. Organizations is run by a staff. So if you have good staff, you won't feel or you don't get into stress. You live an easy life because you have to do your strategy. Later on, entire thing is being pushed on to them. They do. And if you've got a good staff, then the stress is not into real estate, it's into your daily life also. And my daily life is so easy because I have a good staff, a good company, and best part is my entire employees, they're family to me. They're from last 16 to 70 years with me. So I go my so easy way. I wake up at 3:30, 4 in the morning. I make my tea myself. That I got from my father, this hobby or say this way of life. Then go for a walk, feed dogs, street dogs, pigeons also. Then our yoga and our gym. Then I'm back to my home, get ready to my sites. Then I visit my site. I love to be on sites because basically a real estate backbone is your site. Because you are into a field where developer means developing a house or a residential or a commercial, anything and developing and giving to that. So if you don't know what is happening, how your customers are getting in problem, the customer gets problem in two ways. Either you're not giving a quality or it is not on time. For these things we have to visit our sites. So my hobby, you can say, a learning also, because my background is I'm a marketing guy, not an engineer or B.Tech, something like that. But I've learned what I have learned. I learned from father to visit site, look at sites and just see the problem where the company is going down. Because never company goes from HO, from corporate office, it goes down from your sites, because real estate is based on sites only. I'm back to my head office, then by 6:15 I leave my office, go play with my kids, and by 9:30 I'm on my bed. That's my daily routine.
That's interesting, which brings me to the question that SS Group, of course, is very popular in Gurugram, and Gurugram in itself has been one of the most earlier players in the real estate market. Now, what are some of the trends that you have seen over the years that have shaped Gurgaon's real estate? And if you can just share with us what it used to be earlier and what it has become now, if you can just take us through that change.
Right, I can tell Gurugram from 2000 when I started as a business with my father, like not as MD, CEO or ED, but an employee of a company, because I've worked in every sector of my company, like finance and everything. So in 2000 there were 3 to 4 developers in Gurugram which we can put on my fingers and name them. But later on the trend changes, they became 80, 90, because everybody think like developing, becoming a real estate and a developer is very easy job. They don't know it's not an easy job. It's a service industry. You have to give service to the customers, you have to give service to the public, to the infrastructure, everything. So from 2000 till 2022, I have seen so many trends, like 2 or 3 up and downs I have seen in Gurugram, where like so many developers vanished, so many new came, and Gurugram is always like a market where like it never give you loss. If you say like I've invested in Gurugram, no, because like Gurugram isn't near to your Delhi, it's a capital. Then it's on the neckline of the India NH8, from which start from J&K to ends to Kanyakumari. Then plus if you see in Gurugram, there are like 2 major hubs like Maruti Suzuki and Hero Honda. Now there are so many Honda also, there's so many came up, but major was Maruti Suzuki and Honda, which basically Hero Honda, which make Gurugram. And now if you see, there is, I think maximum MNCs, what I have got, like more than 10,000 MNCs are in Gurugram. So there is a change always, like they do reshuffle. So a person who is coming, they need home, due to which Gurugram is always in demand, if it is residential or it's commercial. So Gurugram, like if I say as an investment also, Gurugram is the best opportunity to invest in entire India.
And just generally in terms of the real estate market in the country, especially in the national capital, where do you see the Dwarka Expressway in your opinion? Where does it stand in terms of price and demand in the real estate segment? How do you view its project?
Not from today, even when the master plan was done. So I've seen the entire master plan, and our strategy is to do a job or to develop an area which have a future. Like if you take Extension Road or an SPR, because like if we leave our house, we see how many exit points are there. Fine. If we take an example of other, if there is a fire in a condominium or a tower, we see how many exit points are, because that's a saving thing. Same in today's rush hours, like so many traffic is on there, so many public is coming. So we see like if I want to move out from my house, how many exit points we do have. Like in Dwarka Road, we have 4. One is an NH8, Dwarka Expressway, one is a multi-road which is connecting Manesar, and the 4th is Manesar. If you take here, it is only just either you go on Golf Course Road, which is touching to NH8, or you will come to Sona Road. That's it. Plus, this side has been exhausted completely. I think there is a limit to everything. वो कहते हैं ना आता हर चीज़ की होती है. So here the price has gone exhausted. You can't take an advantage that you are earning something. Even I'll say most of the people give like we have end users. Fine. If you have end user, even end user taking a house for their last to live there, but if there is an increment, if there is an increase, or if there is a beneficial in price, they feel happy. It doesn't mean I have to live in this house, so there's no appreciation, it doesn't look good. In new Dwarka Road or new Gurugram, we can say there's a huge scope of development, there's a huge scope of price increasement, there's a huge scope for better infrastructure.
We all understand that inflation is a very important concern for the common man on a daily basis. We all understand that inflation is not just a problem in India, but globally it is a rising concern. So take us through, in your opinion, how do you see inflation playing out and its impact on the real estate market, especially for the common man, where he has to either buy a house or rent out a house, and what are the trends that has been impacted because of inflation in the country?
Inflation, it's a big question, and we hype this one too much. Like I think in India, I think it's more than 300 crore population. If 10,000 people or 20,000 people are being sacked from their job, so it doesn't mean there's inflation. Like in every second, there is a new baby born. Every second they get married. Every second the wife which is coming, they love to be a nuclear family, they need a home. So it is a necessity, like we need food to live, we need clothes to wear, so it's need to have a house nowadays. If you see, there was a trend, people used to live in a joint family, now maximum is on nuclear families. So there's a huge demand of residential or commercial. So if you say inflation, I don't think so in Gurugram has hit an inflation. Never, I have never seen, because I'm into this from like 2000, it's all of 22 years. I've never seen a drop down in my sale. There's always demand. We can say like it is like where we're doing 100 numbers, it's 99. It's not like 100 to 40 or 130 it has come. So 100 to 99 is not an inflation. It's like we can say a weekend off. It's taking an off, like giving 10 to 20 amount come. So that's a different thing. In inflation, I've never seen in Gurugram inflation.
Right. We all know that the budget is upcoming, it's on its way, and a lot of questions will be asked when it comes to the real estate sector in the country. Now, a couple of questions in this would be that, A, in your opinion and in your experience, has the government given any kind of support in terms of policy perspective? If I have to ask you a question from the sense of a policy perspective, has the government given any kind of support to the real estate market, A, and B, what in your opinion as a real estate businessman and an entrepreneur yourself are you expecting from the budget that is coming up?
Basically, if you see, there is a Swami fund which was a government opportunity which was given to developers whose project was being holded and due to the non-payment from the customers. So there was the ROI was also too good. It was a 9%. So from budget, even thanks to Mr. Honorable our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who thought, first time a Prime Minister thought for the real estate developers. Otherwise, every politician, every public developers are like, they're chore, they're thief. They're like Bahubalis, they do whatever they want to do. But first time a Prime Minister I have seen in my life, he has given something to real estate. Like Swami Fund, it was a good fund which was like, the scheme was too good. It was not a harsh on a developer that you have to return the EMIs on time, but it was a system which was made. And like in budget also, I think if the government gave again a new scheme like this, and plus if they decrease the rate of return on the bank loans, plus on the home loans also, because like if you increase the home loans, but so the buyer think twice to buy or not to buy. Then they look for the schemes where we can do EMI after the position or something like that, where again the developers come to in a problem, like what they should do. They either go for a loan, bank loan, or if they get a customer payment, then they can build. So I think if in budget, if they give a real estate, again the same thing, same scheme like Swami Fund, plus if they give a good rate of return on loans to construct the buildings, like not to go for 8 to 9% or 12%, if they go like 6%, if they are giving a charge on FD 6 to 6.75, 6.25, they should compare the same thing into real estate also. They should give on the same, that the developer can make it on time. If they can make on time, they can give to the customers also. That's it.
Right. So those are some interesting insights given by you, of course, to us. And it has been really nice speaking to you because you have given some very interesting talking points for our viewers as well to understand the real estate market. Thank you very much, Mr. Ashok Singh Jaunapuria. That was Mr. Ashok Singh Jaunapuria, the MD CEO of SS Group in Gurugram here in the national capital, who has given us a deep insight into the real estate market and what it's like and how it adds to the India's GDP story. Thanks for watching Outlook Business.